What's going on, everyone? Happy New Year. We are officially in 2016. And taking a look back at 2015, it was definitely an interesting one, to say the least, for sneaker culture, community, and for releases. On top of that, we brought United Soles to you guys for quite some time, and I know it started the year prior, but the big meat and potatoes, as you will, happened last year. So anyway, with that, that was a lot of fun. It definitely made a statement. If you ask around, I know a lot of you guys are still asking for us to return. I think the plan, in the immediate future, doesn't look like that's going to happen. But there has been talks between Paulie and myself to do something like that. Just with perhaps a different crew. Anyway, we'll see where that goes. Again, nothing to really talk about. This year, pickups were not as persistent and often as they were in 2014, for me at least. I definitely scaled back and toned down how many pickups and releases I was going for, just because at least for me, my taste changed big time in 2015. So there wasn't a lot of shoes out there that kind of caught my attention as they probably would have in the past. But to say that my taste has completely changed is far-fetched. I still have the materials that I like and that I kind of always look for first and foremost. But I think color-wise, you'll see that just looking at the shoes right now, well, it was a nice mix, but the flashy, loud, over-the-top colors weren't as prevalent for my taste, actually, in 2015. The first shoe that I'm going to show is probably the loudest of them all, as far as brighter colors, but it is what it is. You have to have one or two in the mix. So here we go. I'm doing a top 10 of 2015, and doing 20, 25 shoes is just a hassle. A lot of the shoes that probably would have been in the 25 to 15 range wouldn't be anything special. You probably see them everywhere else as far as people's top 10 list or top 20 list, whatever have you. So I kept it at least to the 10 most that I personally liked, as far as the pickups are concerned. So anyway, let's get into it. And I'm not going to go through each shoe in detail again. Just look back at the other reviews from this year, and you'll see all the details regarding the shoe and the release that came with it. So number 10, I have Ronnie Fig's Puma Sakura. This was a shoe that not that it had a lot of promise, but this was a shoe that we thought at the time was the resurrection, as if you will, for Ronnie Fig and Kith regarding just sneaker collaborations. There's been a huge change within Kith, obviously, with the brand expanding, clothing, women's store, a lot of pop-ups, things of that nature. So the concentration isn't totally on the shoes like it once was. But when this shoe released, I know when United Soles was doing the video, Paulie, myself, Dabs, I forgot who was the guest, Josh, and I think we had a guest at that time. We all said that this was a shoe that definitely seemed to have brought life back into the collaborations for RF, but that was short-lived. Anyway, this shoe was the louder of the pickups that I have, from the darker pink, more like a blood color toe area, to a lighter pink mid panel, all the way to the heel. The whole shoe perforated pigskin suede. Rope laces were unique. Definitely not something we see all the time. It kind of mimicked the types of ropes that the Japanese use. The shoe had also a unique insole. It was sewn in, quilted. Okay. Because of that, it made the sizing difficult for a lot of people. This actually was a shoe that I went down a full size because of materials, the whole insole. It was, for most people, a sizing nightmare. But if you got the shoe right as far as sizing is concerned, you definitely have a good shoe on your hand. It came with a high top version or a mid top version of the R698 that kind of went along with it. It was just a darker silhouette of the two. But this shoe definitely, seemed to have brought a little bit of a resurrection to RF and sneaker collaborations. So there you have it. A comfortable shoe. Sizing was one of the bigger issues, in regards to this shoe. So number 10, RF Puma R698 Sakura. Number 9. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you probably wouldn't have known that ASICS had the 25th anniversary of the Gelite 3, and all of the bigger boutiques, stores, collaborators, had their part in doing their version of the 25th anniversary. One of the earlier ones that came out, and one of the earlier ones that did come out was Concepts. I've been saying it all year. I've been saying it for a long time. Concepts, in my opinion, best in the business. Now, I'm looking at some of the reviews and top 10 or top lists of 2015. I didn't see this shoe as much as I thought I would have seen it. So it actually was a surprise. As far as the ASICS, all of the ASICS 25th anniversary, still a lot of people didn't mention this being a top 5, top 10 shoe. But I think some of you guys maybe forgot about it. I don't know. Boston Tea Party, ASICS Gelite 3. Simple colorways, but it represented how Concepts looked at the Boston Tea Party with the red, white, and blue. We got shots of silver. We got shots of the gold. Okay, everything is perforated, or not. I shouldn't say everything, but the toe box perforated pigskin suede. The heel had that darker and thicker frayed type of suede, I should say. Came with a shitload of laces. And I think, honestly, that this was a superb Gelite 3. It goes with anything you want, anything you can wear. Can't go wrong with it. So, these guys did an awesome job with their, interpretation of the Boston Tea Party, and gave us a great Gelite 3 for, the 25th anniversary. So there you go, number 9. Concepts, Gelite 3, Boston Tea Party. The next 2 shoes we're going to stick with Concepts because, again, they, to me, are best in the business. And I mean, come on, really? Do I really have to explain to you guys why they're so good? This shoe just came out last week, or a week and a half ago. You guys know the history with Concepts and New Balance. Anytime they do a New Balance collaboration, it is an automatic home run. Back to the Kennedys, we got the C Notes, the Tanneries, even the M80s. That was the 4th of July release. Any type of New Balance collaboration that they do, you can't go wrong. And this one, just like I said, just released right before the end of the year. Hey, shush. So we got the New Balance 998, the Grand Tour. This was done up for basically, you know, what it says, the Grand Tourer, which is a type of car, can be also a race involving, you know, automobiles, and the color, or the colors, I should say, that were used definitely represent anything that you would see with, you know, a Grand Tourer type of either event, car, you know, what have you. My favorite piece of the shoe is the carbon fiber heel plate. Now, you know, a lot of people are asking, is that real carbon fiber? I highly doubt it, just because if you know a thing or two about cars, and especially, you know, sports cars and high luxury or high end cars for that matter, carbon fiber is probably the most expensive fucking material you can put on a vehicle, which is why you see that Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Aston Martins, all those, you know, super sports cars, or supercars as you will, are so expensive. It's because they're almost entirely made out of carbon fiber. But again, throwing it on the shoe was genius. It definitely put a nice twist to it. Definitely makes the shoe pop a little bit more. And as we all know, a 998, probably one of the most comfortable shoes out there. Definitely one of the most comfortable New Balances you could get. Materials, premium on this. Again, to the pigskin suede all around, except for obviously the you know, the heel plate, portions of the side paneling, and the logo. So there you go, number 8, Concepts, New Balance 998 Grand Tourer. This year was, I think, one of the biggest years as a brand for Diadora. I've been a fan of Diadora ever since we first saw collaborations being done. I've been saying, you know, I've definitely been saying it for a while now, that they're tough to beat. Even with their GRs, their GRs are a thing of beauty. If you have any, or if you've seen any, you know Diadora doesn't fuck around. It's probably no surprise that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 10 shoes that I have here are top 10, or I'm sorry, 5 out of the 10 shoes in this top 10 video are Diadoras. So, number 7, sticking with Concepts again, we have the Diadora N9000 Lyra. Beautiful, beautiful shoe. This, some can say, is the baby brother, or, you know, cousin, if you want, to the C-Note, the New Balance C-Note. They used money as the, or I should say the Italian currency as the motivation to make this shoe up, but I personally think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous layout. If you pick up the note, the Lyra note, you'll see that every color was hit to a T. Beautiful. And if you can't pick up the actual note, well, they provided one for you with the insole. Okay, so if you pull out both insoles, you'll see a picture of the Lyra. Premium materials, pigskin suede. You have the leather on the Diadora logo. You got the embossing of the Diadora logo. You have the flashiness, as you will, with the Concepts logo on the tongue. Came with 4 different laces, I believe. I don't have the laces here. Awesome color blocking. Midsole, outsole. Even though it's plain, it still has the hits of the pink or the salmon color, if you will. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shoe. It probably could be a little bit higher in this countdown, or in anyone's countdown for that matter, but I think that, you know, the rest of the shoes just outdid them by a little bit. So, number 7, Diadora N9000 Lyra by the guys at Concepts. Awesome shoe. Number 6, we're flipping back to the ASICS 25th anniversary, and I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that this shoe wasn't in anyone's, I don't think, again, I didn't look at all the countdowns, but in anyone's countdown, I don't know why. I think this shoe really, really is a gorgeous shoe. Bait did their version of the 25th anniversary Gelite 3, nicknamed the Nightmare. Obviously for the color blocking on this, predominantly being a black shoe with a little bit hits of that silver iron mesh that is in the split tongue and in the side paneling. You know, you can see it here, and you can see it there. Underneath, actually, and even in the other side of the split tongue, also has that fine mesh, but in black. Underneath actually the side paneling mesh, there's hits of 3M. There's hits of 3M in the tongue. The materials on this, premium leather. It's got kind of like that alligator crocodile skin type of leather on the heel wrap, on the toe wrap, on the side paneling. I think this shoe, being that it's simple, still is loud with how it was executed. Again, the materials you probably didn't see on any of these shoes that were released this year. I think they did a great job. The speckled midsole, the translucent outsole with there you go, with their name, with their logo. I think they did an awesome job on this Gelite 3. So hats off to the guys over at Bait. They are consistent with anything that they do collaboration wise. If you picked up any of their other collabs, for instance the TED version of the Reebok Fury, go over to Paulie Hustle's Instagram, you'll see pictures of that. That was a great execution on their part. But basically anything that Bait releases is solid. Can't go wrong with it. And the other thing that I do like about how they operate, basically everything that they sell collaboration wise is done via an online or email raffle. So they keep it as fair as possible so everyone could have the opportunity to pick up the shoe. So there you go. Number 6, we have the Bait Asics Gelite 3 25th anniversary Nightmare. All right, we're going to take a 2-second break and we're going to look at the top 5 for 2015. Stick around. Okay, here we go. The last 5 of 2015. Again, I just want to reiterate that these shoes are my personal picks for the top 10 of 2015. All of my pickups. I think that some of these shoes altogether can be in anyone's top 10 for that matter, not just limited to my personal pickups. I think these shoes definitely can be, again, seen in overall top 10 releases. But with that being said, number 5, another Asics 25th anniversary. Hanon Shop did their version based off of the Solstice. Now this shoe, again, simple, not too loud, but execution, materials, off the charts. If you've seen or if you have one of the most popular Asics Gelite 3s that were released, you know that Hanon with their Wildcat did the shoe justice, I should say. This is basically the same thing, just different colors. I think that as far as Gelite 3s are concerned, for this year, regardless of 25th anniversary or whatnot, this is probably one of the nicest or the nicest Gelite 3s that were released this year. Again, my personal opinion, but there you have it. The reason why I think so is because the simplicity of it all. not overbearingly loud as far as colors are concerned, not too flashy. You know, they keep it pretty much simple with the two colors. Execution, the whole color blocking of it all is just simple but beautiful. So there you go. Number 5, Hanon's ASIC Gelite 3, the Solstice. Premium materials from the pigskin suede toe box. The perforations are a little bit different than what we normally see in in a toe box. Premium nubuck on all the paneling from the toe wrap, the side paneling, the heel wrap, the embossing of the logos, the 3M speckled laces, and it came with, I believe, 3 laces, and then the miniature logos on the the insole of the shoe. You have a little bit of the translucent hits on the outsole. I think this shoe is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. Hanon, number 5. ASICS Gelite 3 25th anniversary Solstice. Okay, so here we go again with Diadora. Now Diadora is going to be heavy for the next three picks of mine. First one being Packer and Raekwon got together to do a tribute to the Purple Tape, and this shoe is unbelievably beautiful. Purple is not a shoe that you normally, or not, I can't say that you normally don't see. You just don't see a lot of it. Purple, if done right, can be obviously a sick shoe, but if done wrong, you could probably live without it. This shoe, entirely simple with the different shades of purple. Diadora hit it out of the park. Again, materials, you can't really argue with the materials, with the mesh, with the logo, the side paneling, the midsole, and the translucent outsole. The tongue has the nice little parental advisory logo. All right, done up with Packers and Raekwon. There was a second shoe that they did with him that wasn't released. There has been talk that it might be released. I don't know if it will, if it was just a friends and family version. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Came with, I believe, 4 laces. Don't quote me on that. Had the rope laces as well. These were just the flat ones. But beautiful shoe. The purple just makes everything work on this. Diadora N9000, one of the most comfortable runners out there. Sizing wise, pretty much with all Diadoras, you want to go down a half size. Some of the tongues, if you notice, on some Diadoras are a thinner tongue, and some are a padded tongue. So it really just is a matter of preference for what you like, what you don't like, and then as far as collaboration is concerned, basically what the designer or collaborator, I think at the moment, feels will work with the shoe. Honestly, one of my all-time favorite shoes right here is the Purple Tape from Packer, from Diadora, and Raekwon. So there it is, number 4. Now the next one, number 3, I think, I don't know if people forgot about it. I mean, it released early 2015. It wasn't a wide release, I don't think. All right, I honestly don't remember because it was really that early in the year. I don't see a lot of people, at least around here, with the shoe. Don't know, but Solebox did a banging job on this N9000 called the Ferro. If you know what Ferro is translated into, well, you know what? I'll let you guys look that up if you don't remember what it meant. But Solebox, this was their first Diadora collab, and they really did a great job. The two-tone color blocking on this, The leather, the kangaroo leather on this is just ridiculously soft. So fucking, I mean, supple and comfortable. Unbelievable. I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer so you guys can see how great that leather is on this. I mean, this shoe just screams quality. Alright? The two-tone blocking again of the colors with the gray toe box, with the little bit hits of the gray on the side paneling, and then a darker gray on the heel wrap, the heel tab. Pretty much, you know, surrounded by that baby blue of the leather, and the laces and the insole, and parts of the tongue as well. Sole box did a fucking brilliant job on these. The Ferro N9000 by Solebox. Number two, if you've have been reading recently about Solebox, you probably know that one of their co-founders, Hikmet, is leaving, or has left I should say, and is no longer a part of the Solebox brand, Solebox store. And that's kind of a shame, because you know he was the vision into everything that they did. Definitely with, you know, the collaborations, and it's going to be a shame. It's going to be a loss to, you know, any sneaker fan out there that knows about Solebox, that has, you know, bought from Solebox, that appreciates their work. It's tough. It's definitely a tough pill to swallow when you know a guy so talented is no longer going to be contributing to the sneaker world, I should say. But this is probably his grand masterpiece that he left behind. And quite frankly, it was a really hard decision to make between this one and number one, as far as, you know, my personal favorite shoes of the year. The Diadora V7000 Azzurro. For the people that have this shoe, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it. This shoe is just money. Money, money, money with a capital fucking M. Materials on this, that ultra premium kangaroo leather with the hits of the suede on the toe wrap, side paneling. You got a little bit of I mean, just a little bit of the 3M hit in the heel tab, okay, but ingenuity and simple. Solebox, engraving, or not engraving, embossing on the tongue, on the heel, the hits of the mint color, kind of like a underlay, okay, for the side paneling, all the way to the toe area. The laces that I have on this did not come with the shoe. It came with, which really kind of didn't make the shoe look appetizing, was these black leather shoelaces that came with, and there was also a flat black. This lace, however, I picked off another pair, and it worked. I mean, as you can see, I think it makes the shoe pop even more. But again, the simplicity of the shoe, on top of the materials, makes this one of the best shoes we've probably seen ever. I don't know, but in a very long time. So that's why I say, you know, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow to not have Hikmet around anymore, to do these types of masterpieces. As you will, it's a great job. I think that it was a tough decision on my part to make this number two, because I think honestly between this one and the next one, it could have gone either way. But this is where it landed. Number two, the V7000 Diadora by Solebox, the Azzurro. Number one will probably be a surprise for most of you, but you're gonna have to take my word for it when I say that this shoe, honestly, is probably one of the fucking greatest shoes I've ever seen. Didn't have a wide release, only limited to 150 pairs. It was released in Germany only. I was fortunate enough to be able to get a pair after, you know, speaking to Misha, one of the owners. And if you look back at the first video, you'll see why I think that this shoe is above and beyond the best shoe released this year, probably released in a really long time. So 43 Einhalb is a boutique out in Germany. This was their first collaboration done with the Kangaroo Coil R2, nicknamed the Obus, and limited to 150 pairs. But when I tell you that the materials on this shoe are the premium of the premiums, I am not exaggerating. From this premium perforated nubuck in the toe box, if you feel it, it honestly feels like silk, and that's probably the best way to describe it. It honestly feels like silk. That's how smooth it is. The leather on this, just by looking at it, and you don't even have to get up close and personal with the shoe to see how fine, supple this leather is. Okay, from the side paneling into the heel, in the tongue, this leather is just ridiculous. Okay, you got other little hits of premium suede in the Kangaroo logo, in the heel tab. Okay, the outsole has hits of pink, which gives it a nice little pop. I mean, obviously you're not going to be walking around showing the bottoms of your foot, but the insole as well has hits of pink. This shoe is so elegant, it's unbelievable. Comes with individual dust bags, shoe bags I should say. Came with, you know, another set of insoles, has a little noisemaker, a little bit of a little book about the shoe, about the collaboration itself, and where they got the idea from. Came with a few posters. I mean, this, you know, fuck all that. This shoe itself, on its own, speaks volumes. The nicest shoe that I've seen all year, and I'm not just saying it. I'm not exaggerating. Again, if you want to see this shoe in person, you're in the area, I'll be more than happy to show you, so you know that I'm not fucking bullshitting. This shoe is brilliant. Period. So there you go. That is my number one of 2015. Hopefully, you know, some of you guys agree with you know, with my picks. If you don't, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think that a few of these shoes were left off quite a few top 10, top 15, top 20 releases, or, you know, releases or lists, I should say. And I don't know why. Honestly, I really don't know why. I know some of them were included, but, you know, some of these probably, I don't know, it's tough to explain, but whatever. Again, these are my personal favorites, the ones that I picked up this year. But again, I think that some of these in this group should be in any list for that matter. So definitely 2015 was an interesting year. Hopefully 2016 will be even better. Probably will kind of mirror itself to 2015. I'm not going to go after every release, just because, you know, when your taste changes, you know, you kind of have to change with the times, just like with anything else. So reviews will still come. You know, we'll hopefully get something going with Paulie and myself. You know, I know we've been talking lately quite a bit about doing something new. So hopefully that kind of takes off. But as far as releases are concerned, still going to pick up shoes, Still gonna show reviews for you guys. I'm gonna, you know, try to keep it G as always, and you know, that's that. So, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the picks that I made. If you think some should be in different spots or flip flopped or this and that, you know, let us know. It'd be interesting to hear what everyone thinks about you know, the picks that I made and just the shoes in general. So, with that, again, Happy New Year. Wish you guys the best in 2016. God bless you all. Much health, happiness, all that kind of good shit. And definitely stick around because we got a lot more coming in 2016. Thanks again for watching, for supporting, all that kind of good stuff, and stay tuned. Peace.